Hello, everybody. It's my pleasure today to take you through the Red Sea Development Company, give you some background on the projects that we're working on. We have a full portfolio of projects, and of course, to give you some insights into our arts and culture offering as well. Given where we are at in our delivery timelines, it's important that I say that whatever I present to you today is subject to change, and please take everything I say with a big grain of salt. But in the next coming months, we're going to expect some new announcements where we're going to flesh out some real details, some tangible results, and hopefully continue the conversation from there. So, today I'm actually going to be presenting to you two projects. One is Amala and one's the Red Sea project. Over the course of this past year, I've had a lot of people ask me, what's the difference between these projects? What's the relationship between the two? Does one, merge with the other, etc.? So basically, in a nutshell, these are two separate projects that were established by the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia. And the CEO of the Red Sea Development Company, which was solely overseeing the Red Sea project, was appointed as the CEO of Amala approximately 1 year ago. And now, the Red Sea Development Company is in the process of acquiring Amala. So, in effect, these are two separate projects within an overarching portfolio. But they will each have their own strategy, their own market positioning, and their own, let's say, value proposition that they're going to be bringing in the market. So in addition to Amala and the Red Sea project, there's actually now a full portfolio of projects that the Red Sea Development Company is looking into. These are all spanning the entire coast of the Red Sea, and even though they each have their own strategic positioning and their different value proposition, they might vary in terms of size and in terms of the markets that they're trying to attract. In essence, altogether, they're going to be building what we see as the new Saudi Arabian Riviera. So these are all in different stages of let's say, strategic development. And as we get more information and flesh them out more, we'll obviously be having conversations around each of these projects on their own. So I'm going to be, as I say, talking about two projects today. These are the flagship projects of the portfolio. They are born out of Vision 2030, and they plan to position Saudi Arabia on the global tourism map. These will be exquisite luxury destinations built around nature, islands, wellness, and culture. They will bring new standards in sustainable development, and they will be a key contributor to the economy of Saudi Arabia by generating 120,000 jobs, 70,000 of which will be direct jobs and 50,000 of which will be indirect jobs. These iconic projects present a new approach to modern luxury tourism. The Red Sea project and Amala are distinctive in their strategic location, the pristine natural environment, the range of activities that they offer, their focus on sustainability and regenerative tourism, their leveraging a special economic zone, and their focus on breakthrough offerings in the context of a smart city. These projects will pioneer new sustainability standards. These will be natural, social, and economic sustainability standards, all of which will tick the 17 boxes of the Sustainable Development Goals. We plan to not only preserve the existing environment in which we're developing our projects, but to also enhance them. So having a net positive impact on biodiversity is one of our key goals. So over here we say 30% net conservation benefit. A large portion of our territories will be natural reserves. They will remain completely untouched. And we will also have 75% of our islands in our territory remain completely untouched. We will be carbon neutral. We will rely on sustainable building standards. Renewable energy is a key component of our projects, and eliminating the use of single-use plastics, and producing zero landfill waste as well. Now I'd like to take your attention to specifically the Red Sea project. The assets that we have in this project are more focused on hospitality and tourism. We have other projects in our portfolio, such as Amala, which actually have dedicated assets towards arts and culture, but nevertheless, we still have a considerable arts and culture offering at the Red Sea project, which I'll take you guys through. But first, I wanted to share with you one of the key assets of the project, which is, of course, the natural wonders of this project site, which is an archipelago of 90 islands with stunning coral reefs, 200 kilometers of pristine coastline, dormant volcanoes, nature reserves, and home to thriving coral reefs and endangered species. The project is anchored in hospitality. The Red Sea project would actually deliver a diverse array of offerings, varying price points, experiences that will appeal to a broad spectrum of luxury travelers. The offering types are designed to appeal to families, couples, and solo travelers as well, with hospitality assets ranging from premium to hyper-luxury. We will have varying experience types, from exclusive to private experiences to more vibrant social atmospheres. We will provide mono islands, which are single resorts on a single island, hub islands, which are multiple resorts on a single island, and then we have our inland experiences and resorts, which will be more secluded and perhaps in the desert or the mountains of our territory. Phase 1 of the development will see 5 islands being developed, 2 inland sites, 3,000 keys, and will attract 300,000 visitors. We see that this phase of the project will be delivered in Q4 of next year, though we actually expect to see our first guests at the end of this year. So the phase 1 assets will deliver 3,000 built assets. This will be hyper-luxury, luxury lifestyle, and premium hotels, luxury residential villas, an 18-hole championship golf course and clubhouse, an airport expecting 1 million passengers annually by 2030, a coastal village of 7,200 units. When it comes to infrastructure, we will be providing extensive roads and highways, 1 million square meters of a landscape nursery, utilities, as well as service marinas and jetties. The overall development will see 22 islands being developed. That's 6 inland sites, 8,000 keys, and 1 million visitors per year. The project will provide a constellation of experiences which will cater to the new luxury traveler. These will include nature lovers, adventurers, and cultural explorers. And now to arts and culture at the Red Sea project. So these, as I mentioned, will be heavily focused on programming. We see these divided into 5 key buckets: heritage, visual art, gastro, fashion, and music and performance experiences. Heritage experiences may include Saudi handcrafts being created on-site and for sale in our public areas, storytelling experiences in a Bedouin camp in the desert, personalized scents and fragrances inspired by Arabian ingredients, archaeology expeditions into the surrounding sites, and journeys into nearby shipwrecks. When it comes to visual arts experiences, these may include art exhibitions, competitions, workshops for children and families, public art offerings, including large-scale, site-specific artwork. Gastro experiences may include tasting sessions, cooking classes with local ingredients, farmers markets, including local produce, and farm tours to our surrounding farms. Fashion experiences may include contemporary fashion from KSA talent in our retail village, fashion shows of regional talent, personalized items, and capsule collections. Music and performance experiences can include live performances in our public areas and intimate performances and shows in the desert. And now I'm going to take your direction towards Amala. Perhaps in the entire portfolio of the Red Sea Development Company, Amala is the real seat of arts and culture, where we actually have several dedicated arts and culture assets. Arts and culture is in fact one of the key pillars of Amala. Herein we will provide dedicated art assets, a socially focused art program, a merger of art and the landscape, a world-class cultural calendar. The two other pillars of Amala are season and lifestyle. Season and lifestyle, the first one, is actually more focused on everything related to the beaches and the marine environment, the water surrounding our territory. And the third pillar is wellness and sports. Wellness is focused on a significant number of wellness offerings in the context of several resorts, in addition to golf, equestrian, and polo facilities. Transformation plays a key role in the ethos of Amala, as well as delivering truly bespoke experiences to each of our guests. And this philosophy permeates through all of the pillars of the project. Our motto is that we create transformative personal experiences inspired by the arts, wellness, and purity of the world, and the purity of the Red Sea. Amala has 3 master plans. Each will deliver a unique set of experiences with varying levels of exclusivity. The island is our most exclusive master plan. It is an elegant enclave of resorts and residences, home to lush Arabian-inspired gardens with artistic flair. The coastal development is focused on arts, culture, and conservation. Triple Bay is a place for wellness, rejuvenation, and longevity. Now going into the first master plan, which is Triple Bay. This will be actually the first one to come online. Here we will have some key wellness offerings in the Wellness Core, a Marine Life Institute, which will be a platform for science and research. Key activities there will be coral regeneration, marine life conservation. We will also have a significant guest experience at this institute. Hotels and guest accommodations are a significant part as well, in addition to resident villas and condominiums. The island is a more secluded offering. Here we'll have residential villas and condos, hotels, Arabian-inspired botanical garden, a world-class 18-hole golf course, and some dedicated art assets here as well. The third master plan is the coastal development. This is our more accessible of the 3 master plans. Here we will have our cultural village, which will have our key art assets, including an art museum, hotels and resorts, guest accommodations, including villas and condominiums. So, arts and culture at Amala. Here, our vision is to be a vibrant arts and culture hub that will establish KSA's North Red Sea as a globally recognized epicenter for the arts. We have 5 key areas of offering, which are arts-related assets, including museums, artist residencies, etc., art collection, an art program, and events and programming. It is important to note that all elements mentioned here are not meant to be exclusive to Amala guests. In fact, we see this project playing a key role within the arts ecosystem on a national level, and we hope to attract visitors of all kinds, all walks of life, international and domestic as well. We believe that there's actually an opportunity to create a cultural itinerary in adjacency to other projects in that arena as well. So the aspect of community integration becomes really important for this project in order to give it legitimacy, authenticity, and really create something which is vibrant for people. So we really want to engage with the public, with the community from an early stage, and this forum is perhaps our first tiptoe into that arena. So when it comes to art assets, these will mostly be, let's say, taking place in our cultural village, which will include an art museum, indoor and outdoor art experiences, multi-purpose hall for performances and events. Of course, for us, it's important that we differentiate our project, given that there's a lot happening, and I think this is a conversation that many of the players are having, is how do we not overlap in what we're doing from a curatorial approach. And of course, this is something that we're looking at. So how do we develop something which is unique to Amala? So you can see on the left-hand side there, we have the key aspects which make Amala unique. Its location, its philosophy, its customers, and its value propositions. So through this, we plan to formulate and synthesize a unique curatorial direction. Some of the themes that we might be dealing with are C, sustainability, nature, discovery, transformation, community, immersion, and wellness. When it comes to the art collection, we will also take that uniquely Amala brand and curatorial direction and of course apply it to our art collection as well, which will span a variety of styles. This collection will entail international and KSA artists, established and emerging talent as well. We also have the Amala Arts Program, which is our socially focused element of the arts offering at Amala. The idea here is to generate tangible value and social impact in the arts and culture sphere. This will be delivered via 4 key mechanisms. Number 1, knowledge creation initiatives. Number 2, exposure platforms, education initiatives, and direct support. Amala will also offer a dynamic pre- and post-opening events calendar, again, inspired by our uniquely Amala positioning. The idea here, and one element that we really want to ingrain into our events and programming, is how we can build communities. Community building is a key component of the Amala brand and philosophy. So key communities of like-minded individuals, which might be collecting over certain desires and things that they enjoy. And again, imbuing elements of sustainability and philanthropy, which are also core to Amala's value proposition as well. So where we stand now in terms of our arts and culture vision and our processes and going forward, currently we're still at the strategic phase, towards the end of that strategic phase where we're modifying certain aspects of our service offering, making adjustments to our master plans, etc. Once this is fully approved and we are able to share all that detailed information with you, then we can start having hopefully more tangible and let's say fleshed out conversations around arts and culture. One of the first things that we're going to start to do is to build our art collection. This will be focused on primarily at the beginning on large site-specific installations. Then we will move towards setting up a foundation, which we see as being one of the key mechanisms of how we will deliver our arts and culture vision. Then we will shift towards our pre-opening stage, which is really a ramp-up of what we're going to be delivering in our arts and culture strategy. And then finally going towards a project launch, which will be focused more on operations of our key assets, including our museum, artist residencies, etc., whatever else will be part of our arts district. So partnerships are a key element and key facet towards our approach in how we will deliver our value proposition. We see us having collaborations and partnerships with key stakeholders in the ecosystem, several of the commissions of the Ministry of Culture, for example, but in addition to that, other key stakeholders, some of which are present in the room today and part of this forum. But really, we are really taking a collaborative approach and hope to have further conversations in this arena. Our interactions with artists might be direct, the TRSTC directly engaging artists, or it might be via our collaborators and partners as well. The Kingdom has already come very, very far in terms of its arts and culture offering. The Diriyah Biennale itself is a huge leap forward and something that we should all be proud of in the nation. Furthermore, there are many exciting upcoming offerings, some of which we've heard over the course of this forum. But this is only the beginning of a very long journey. And in order for us to deliver this Vision 2030, of which arts and culture is a key component, it really does take a collaborative approach several parties working together, addressing structural systemic issues, and to really work together. Working in consort, creating a collaborative spirit and a sense of us, I think, is really important for us to deliver the future vision of arts and culture in Saudi Arabia. I would like to close off by thanking the Diriyah Biennale Foundation for organizing this forum, which is one of the key mechanisms by which we can have these conversations. The experience so far has been very fruitful for myself, and I hope that this is the beginning of a long and rich dialogue with players in the nation, but also with the public going forward in the future. So that being said, I'm happy to answer any questions, and thank you.